Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Doors Update News, the only place where you can learn about the upcoming features of Doors in an unnecessary amount of detail. Today we've got some exciting things to cover, including some new room changes coming in the next update, as well as a somewhat informational announcement about one of the future updates that will come to the game. I will also be sharing a never publicly revealed before addition to the game, which definitely is pretty exciting. So I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, so let's begin. Alright, so recently the developers confirmed a whole bunch of various rooms in Floor 2 will be receiving overhauls in the next major update. The first one, which was actually never publicly revealed before, but I was given permission to reveal it to all of you here, is the minecart puzzle room. Essentially, when Floor 2 released, players could encounter this very annoying and tedious puzzle room involving a minecart. You would essentially have to use the minecart to unlock blocked off areas of the room, and from there you would need to find 3 fuses to power a generator which when powered unlocks the exit door. Now, due to backlash, this room was removed shortly after its introduction, but it appears it is being added back. Based on this message from the developers, it will be reintroduced, however with the changes that not as many sections of the room need to be accessed with the minecart, and the button will always spawn next to the gate. These should make the room a little less tedious, but it was confirmed it would be further reworked if people don't like this version. Moving on, the developers confirmed publicly several other rooms would be remade, starting with the second Seek Chase. If you recall, during this one you would have to run through a sewer system whilst following an absolutely horrendous guiding light trail, which can often mislead you. Based on this message though, it appears this chase sequence is going to be reworked to be much more engaging for the player. Now, as to whether or not this means guiding light will become more useful during the chase, I am not sure. But I do know in the next update the event as a whole will look a lot more spectacular and pretty visually. Lastly, the final room overhaul is going to be Halt's encounter in the mines. If you recall, when you find Halt in Floor 2, you must escape a room with winding curves and paths whilst dodging the entity. Well, it appears that this room is going to be remade to better fit the Halt's AI, and although this wasn't directly confirmed, it's possible that Halt's AI itself could be reworked so the entity doesn't just walk in a straight line. Although, this may be difficult to achieve. Personally, I think it would be a lot better if Halt in both the hotel and the mines had random varying room layouts, so you don't encounter the exact same one every single time, as it does get repetitive. But that's just me. Like, what if in the hotel you could encounter Halt in a kitchen-like area in addition to him appearing in just the dining hall? Or something like that, I'm not too sure. Anyways, moving on, the developers also sent a message regarding a Christmas event. Due to this holiday being somewhat hard to implement in a way to not break immersion, and how it could possibly function very similar to the Halloween event, it was entirely scrapped. This actually makes a lot of sense, as Christmas doesn't really seem to fit the horror theme of Doors all too well. Also, the next update is coming out this month, so the developers have a lot on their plate to worry about already. Still, I'm glad this was addressed, as people could still be wondering why there isn't a Christmas event yet. Lastly, and most excitingly, the developers confirmed that one of the next updates is going to be a major overhaul to the subfloors, so the rooms in the back door. Now, we've already known the rooms were going to be updated, and if you'd like to learn more about that, check out this video on the screen, but a major backdoor update was never mentioned before. Now, I'm planning on making an entire video going over my theories and suggestions for what could be in this backdoor update, so stay tuned for that, but at least we know now that it is actually happening. Still, the subfloor overhauls won't come in the very next update, but they could come in the one after that, so we are just looking ahead into the far future as of now. Anyways, that was essentially all of the new information I wanted to cover in this video. There were some other minor things I could have mentioned, such as UI changes, but those aren't too important, and this was all the exciting stuff. So with all of that being said, let me know in the comments what you thought, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy.